fast. There we go, right there. Well, yeah, if you want to load in your commercials and pop your batting order in or something or whatever. Good afternoon and welcome to Edgar High School in one of the biggest games in the Marywood Conference. In fact, I would say it is the biggest game in the Marywood Conference this season, as the Edgar Wildcats are taking on with a 3-year nationwide warranty and free roadside assistance at Auto Select. You're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston, and also on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. And leading off for the Auburndale Eagles this afternoon, as we are down the first base line here at Edgar, and the first pitch comes in from Leighton Schuett, the starting pitcher for the Edgar Wildcats, as a call strike to Peyton Weinfurter. And let's see, Peyton is batting on the season, in fact, leading the ball club with a .500 batting average this year, and doing a nice job in that leadoff spot this year. Schuett from the delivery, and low and outside for ball one. As the scoreboard is a little hard to see out there, it's 1, the count is, and following it off is Peyton. Count now 2-2 to Weinfurter. Schuett on the season, and a ground ball over to the right-hand side. Schuett with the play, and out. Or excuse me, safe, as the ball was dropped. As we're going to give Peyton an infield hit on that. And Josh Lundgren, as Auburndale gets the leadoff hitter on here in the top of the first inning. And Josh Lundgren having an outstanding season, as he is the 4th top hitter on this Auburndale team, hitting .325 on the season and an on-base percentage of .542, and has 11 RBIs to his credit. A right-handed hitter, Schuett from the stretch. And Lundgren attempting to bunt and pulls it back. Throw down to first, and Weinfurter gets back in time. Peyton with a very short lead. Extends it out to about 3 feet. And a bunt out in front. Schuett gets to it and throws over to first base Fletcher Weiland for out number 1. A sacrifice for Josh Lundgren. 1 down here in the top of the first inning as Peyton advances to second. So playing a little small ball here right away. Schuett from the stretch. Peyton at second with a short lead. And fouling it off is Blake Rabb, as Blake on the season having a real good season, hitting .426 with 22 RBIs to his credit. Schuett with the pitch, and a call strike on the outside corner, letter high. Of course, Edgar coming off a 7-0 win over Auburndale on Tuesday. This game was supposed to be played yesterday, but because of the bad weather, it has been moved to today. We were even questionable here on the way here. Travis and I were coming from the Marshville area, and we were getting rain on the way over here. So, but the sun is out right now, and a beautiful day here at Edgar. And a ground ball, and right through the legs at short, and rounding third is Peyton. Peyton heading home as Blake gets on with an error, as a ground ball right to Affelbeck. Oh, very, very rare error by Jace Affelbeck, an outstanding defensive player, but right through his legs, as Peyton rounds third and heads home for the first run for the Eagles to take a 1-0 lead here. Throw over to first, and Blake is back. So the Eagles scoring on an error right away. And next pitch by Schuett. Catches the knees on the inside corner for a call strike. Shewitt from the stretch. And the pitch. And there goes Blake. And fouling it off and coming down here on the first base side. And the catcher for Gavin Maurer tries an attempt just on the backside there of the dugout for Auburndale, but cannot reach it. So the count now is 0-2 to Nathan Richardson. And Richardson with a shot out to center and drops down in front of the right fielder, and the right fielder slips. Richardson rounds the bag, and heading home is Rabb. Rabb now caught in a rundown. And that'll go 9-2-5 for the out at third base. But Richardson does get a hit as Blake tried to score on that hit by Richardson, but was gunned down in a rundown. 9-2-5 for the third out. But Auburndale comes up with 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left after a half inning of play. It's Auburndale 1 and the Edgar WIAA. Oh, correction, that is only the second out. I'm sorry. As I was really surprised that they did try to send him with only 1 down. And Richardson goes to second on the throw. Shewitt. And a strike on the outside corner, right at the letters. So Richardson now at second base. And the pitch upstairs for a ball. As it was surprising, I'm not sure if Blake ended up going through a stop sign that Coach Anderson had over there. Next pitch down low to Aiden Rabb. And Aiden now has a 2-2 count on him with 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. And pitch inside for ball 3. 3-2 here in the top of the first inning as Aiden so far on the season has a nice average of, 213, but he's got 11 RBIs. And a shot out in the center and comes down, and a throw from center field. And going around and going into second is Aiden Rabb. Rabb gets an RBI single to center field for the second run for the Eagles. And going into second and sliding around the tag was Aiden Rabb. So the Eagles now still have a runner now at second, but with a 2-0 lead that Richardson will have when the Eagles come out on defense. As pitching stats on Leighton Shewitt, he is 3-2 on the season. This is his 7th game, and a swing and a miss by Sawyer Molson, the first baseman. And Shewitt has a 3-2 record, 25 innings pitched, and he's got an ERA of 3.64. He's walked 25 and struck out 30. Not a very good ratio there. As Shewitt from the stretch. And pitch down low. And the count now is 2-2 to Sawyer Molson. And a call, strike 3, as Molson goes down looking for the third out. But the Eagles come up with 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error and 1 man left. And after a half inning of play, it's the Auburndale Eagles 2 and the Edgar Wildcats coming to bat. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Championship Baseball here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
And we're back here at Edgar, award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. And Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at GreatLakesCheese.com. And leading off for the Edgar Wildcats is left-hand hitter Lucas Stanke, the second baseman. And Lucas on the season leading the club with a .434 batting average. He's tied with Jace Affelbeck, average-wise. Ground ball to second as Cherney picks it up, throws over to first at Molson for out number one. So on the first pitch, Stanke swinging it away and grounds out to the second baseman. Auburndale getting, 3 hits in that inning, and in the contest they had against them, Edgar on Tuesday, Auburndale was held to 2 hits. So ground ball to short, beautiful play by Rabb over to first in time for out number 2, as Blake Rabb making a great stab and setting himself and getting Affelbeck in plenty of time, as Richardson has only used 2 pitches so far and 2 outs. And coming to the plate for the Wildcats is Dakota Ellenbecker, as Dakota is hitting .378 on the season, as Edgar has 5 players hitting over .300 this season. Richardson getting the sign. And a swing and a miss. Actually, catching for Nathan today is Brennan Welch. Usually Aiden Rabb is behind the plate for the Auburndale Eagles. Richardson with the delivery and down low for a ball. And count now 1-2 to Dakota Ellenbecker. Working out of this windup is Richardson. And the pitch. Down low for ball 2. As Ellenbecker gets back into the batter's box. Turns out to be a beautiful day here at Edgar, as we had some rain on the way over here. And down low as Richardson had him 0-2, and Ellenbecker has now worked the count to 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning, and Auburndale up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first inning in a game for the Merriwood Conference Championship. And just inside, and a ball as Ellenbecker works a walk, bringing up Leighton Schuett. And Schuett on the season is hitting .271 with 12 RBIs. Pitching stats on Richardson, as this is his 6th appearance this season. And first pitch comes in for a call strike. He's 3-1 on the season, has pitched 24 innings, given up 20 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned. He's got a 2.62 ERA, has given up a home run, walked 3, and struck out 32. So That is only his fourth walk he has issued this season in 24 and 2/3 innings right now. The count now is 1-1. And just missing inside to Leighton Schuett. Richardson looking over at first. And the pitch. And a call strike right at the knees. And count now 2-2 to Leighton Schuett. Ellenbecker at first, reaching on a walk. From the stretch, Richardson. Curveball upstairs, 3-2. It'll be traveling time for Dakota Ellenbecker. A 3-2 count with 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Richardson gets a sign from the stretch. And the pitch. And ball. And throws out in the center field. And hustling back is Ellenbecker as it was ball 4. So I'm thinking Welch did not know what the count was. As back-to-back walks by Richardson, which is very, very rare this season. And coming to the plate is Gavin Maurer, the catcher for the Wildcats. And Maurer on the season, hitting .224 with 12 RBIs. And a fly ball into the power alley and off the wall for ball 1. France Propane is your locally owned complete service propane company. They've served all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local quality family. And Richardson now working the count to 1-1 to Sawyer Weiland. And down low, ball 2. Richardson with only 3 walks going into this contest. And the 2 walks back-to-back here to Ellenbecker and Schuett has hurt as Gavin Maurer had a double. And a base hit as the ball dies in left field as left fielder Aiden Rabb playing deep, and ball just went out there. The grass is a little tall, and the ball just died and gave Maurer plenty of time to score a 3rd run for the Wildcats here in the first inning. So an RBI single by Sawyer Weiland puts the Wildcats up 3-2. As the first pitch came in for a strike from Richardson. Richardson looking over at first from the stretch. And a swing and a miss by Fletcher Weiland, first baseman. Fletcher on the season, having an outstanding season at .362 with 12 RBIs. There's 6 players on this Edgar team with double-figure RBIs. So great combination from top to almost bottom of this batting order. As Fletcher fouls one off and makes the count now 0-2 to Fletcher. Richardson getting the sign from Welch and delivers and fouls it off into the chest of the umpire as the umpire takes his mask off. Shots back in the chest, even that chest protector, it'll sting a little bit. I've known that when I was umpiring, and they've got some pop to it on a foul tip there. Richardson And a swing and a miss, strike three, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Called Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened. So, Auburndale got the first two batters, but then two walks by the Wildcats and a two-run double by Maurer and an RBI single by Weiland has put the Edgar Wildcats ahead now 3-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. And you're watching Merritt Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
And leading off for Auburndale is Truxton Becker, the right fielder, as the first pitch comes in, a check swing, and it's called a strike as Truxton on the season. And a ground ball to Affelbeck at short. Throw over to first. Down low, but picking up nicely is Fletcher Weidman at first. Weiland for the first out. 6-3. As Becker on the season, just tell you a little bit about him. He was hitting .237 on the season. So grounds out to the shortstop. First pitch comes into Brennan Welch, who's catching today. And Welch, playing in his 9th game of the season, is hitting .200 for Coach Jay Anderson's Eagles. Going back, I did a little research on the last time conference was conference champions. And going back as far as from 1960, the Merritt Conference has it on their website. But Auburndale has won 5 conference championships, and that was in 60, 67, 70, 2002, and 2003. Edgar has only won 2 conference championships, one in 1997 and another one in 2021. And Stratford, since then, since back in 1960, has 18 conference championships, and Marathon has 17. And actually, Marathon's has just been so phenomenal. And it's been just in the last 35 years, they have 17 conference championships. Their very first one was in 1990. And so if you look at the phenomenal record that Marathon has had, you can go 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then it goes 18, 23, 24. So it's been just phenomenal balance, or just what do you say, dominance of a team like Marathon to win the conference set. And a ground out here by Welch makes the second out here, and Julian Anderson, the DH. And it's going to be a tough play here. And making the catch is the second baseman, as the right fielder, Will Hackle was calling it, but Lucas Stanke made the catch for out number 3. So for Auburndale, in the top of the second inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left. And after 1.5 innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 3 and the Auburndale Eagles 2 on Zaleski Sports.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at Sherrill.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principle, always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And we're back here at Edgar, and I'll tell you about Culligan Water. They specialize in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. And Express Employment. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. And learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. And leading off for the Edgar Wildcats here in the bottom of the second will be Brock Maurer, the left fielder. And Brock on the season this is his 16th game of the season. He's hitting .211 on the season with 6 RBIs. With Will Hackle on deck then. And that'll put us right through the order for the Edgar Wildcats. And then Lucas Stanky will follow Hackle. So Richardson. And a foul down the right-hand side and off the screen. And hustling over to get that foul ball is Sawyer Molson. Pretty good crowd here for Edgar. A lot of people down that third base line. Looking out there from left field. And a ground ball to third. And boots it. And foul or error on Josh Lundgren. As that is Auburndale's first error. So both team with an error now. And bringing up Will Hackle, the right fielder. Will, on the season, is hitting .273 with 4 RBIs. As a team, Edgar has 3 home runs and a throw. And got him as beautiful throw by Welch to Devin Cherney to get Brock Maurer trying to steal. And first out. And so that is, let's see, Brock. And we're looking here. Brock Maurer, that he had 1 stolen base going in. That is only the 3rd time an Edgar ball player has been thrown out this season. Left-handed hitter, Will Hackle. And a call strike. Oh, and in softball, Auburndale is leading Edgar 4-3 in the bottom of the 3rd. As we got our main man, Jason Zaleski, over covering that with highlights over there. So he's texting us back and forth. And his son Trevor giving me that information here. As Trevor and I'm Mike Steinweiger, Trevor Zaleski. We're bringing you all the action here from the baseball diamond here at Edgar. As Richardson having a little problems of trying to find the strike zone, as the count is 2-2. And there's a call, strike 3. No more than you mention it, you get a strikeout. And that is the 2nd strikeout now for Richardson, Nathan Richardson, as he's got over 30 strikeouts this season. And back to the top of the batting order for Lucas Stanky. Lucas grounded out to the second baseman to start the game on the first pitch. In fact, the first 2 outs were on the first 2 pitches. And then Ellen Becker walked, Schuett walked, and Maurer had a 2-run double to tie the contest up at 2. And then Sawyer Weiland with a base hit to score Gavin Maurer as that hit out to left field. The ball just died in that semi-tall grass out in left field. And a foul ball coming over the third base side. And quite a few cars over in that area. But kids grabbed that foul ball over there. Steinke with a count of 2-1. And a fly ball out to left and going back and off, hits the bottom of the fence as a stand-up double for Lucas Steinke. And Jace Affelbeck, the shortstop, who grounded out to the shortstop, Blake Rabb, back in the first inning. So Edgar threatening here in the top of the or bottom of the second inning. Richardson getting the sign from Welch, and the pitch, and a call strike at inside corner at the knees. Richardson ready, set, and delivers. And a fly ball out to center and off the wall, and back-to-back doubles here by the Edgar Wildcats. That is their third double in this contest, as Edgar has brought the hitting machine today to make a 4-2 ball game for Edgar. All with 2 outs, just like in the first inning, as they come through and score another run to make it 4-2 for the Wildcats. Richardson ready to face Ellenbecker, and down low for ball. Visit Marshfield's. Marshfield's Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Check out visitmarshfield.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. And fly ball out the left and falls in for a base hit. And another run scores. Throw home, and Ellenbecker stays. So Ellenbecker now 1 for 1 on the day, but with an RBI, knocking in Affelbeck. And 2 down, as I mentioned, both innings, all their runs scored after 2 were out. And 3 straight hits now by the Edgar Wildcats, 2 doubles and a single, brings up Leighton Schuett. And down low for ball 1. As the error that happened earlier in the inning does not affect anything, as Brock was thrown out at second base. Richardson from the stretch and down low. And the count now is 2-0 to Leighton Schuett, who walked and scored back in the first inning. Richardson looks over at first and delivers. And a base hit there. That is 4 straight hits by the Edgar Wildcats, as Ellenbecker advances to second. And bringing up Gavin Maurer, the catcher, who doubled back in the first with a two-run double, and eventually scored on Weiland's base hit. It's now 5-2, Edgar out in front. If you look at the stats, no matter if Edgar wins or loses today, they will be a conference champion. It could be co-champions. It could be 4-time champion if Auburndale comes back and wins this game. But no matter what happens, Edgar will be a part of the championship. So it will be their 3rd championship in the Marewood Conference since 1960. And the pitch, and a fly ball into the power alley. And coming over to cut it off is Becker, and another run scores And runners now at the corners as Mauer picks up another RBI. As he had 2 back in the first inning, now Schuett advances to third on the play. It's now 6-2 as Coach Jay Anderson comes out to talk to Richardson. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind. Roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. And Access Insurance for all your personal business, auto, and life insurance needs. There's always a local agent you can look at Access Insurance. Learn more at accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business resolves around you. And the conference is over with Coach Anderson and Richardson, as they were the only 2 out there. And runners at the corners with 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And Edgar up 6-2, scoring 3 in the first and 3 in the second here. And the first pitch comes in for a ball. As Richardson started out the game, like I said, getting the first 2 batters on just 2 pitches. But the roof is caved in on Mr. Richardson, as he has given up 6 runs on 7 hits, 5 straight hits here in the second inning after 2 are out. Edgar has 2 doubles and 3 singles here in the second inning. Richardson from the stretch. And the pitch, and the runner goes and fouled off, and Mr. Mauer is going to have to mosey on back. Fleet Farm, no matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. That's Fleet Farm in Marshfield. And Mauer. And he's out as Mauer is cut down at second, and the run will not count. So Welch gets his second guy is thrown out, and this both in the second inning here. But Edgar comes up with 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. And after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 6 and the Auburndale Eagles 2 here on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And we're back here at Edgar as the Edgar Wildcats come up with 3 more runs here in the second inning. They put up 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and they are up now 6-2 against the Auburndale Eagles in a big contest. An Auburndale win would help them with a conference championship. Edgar with a win automatically. Well, I shouldn't say automatically. I mean, they've already got a conference. They'll be part of that conference championship as win or lose. But they'd like to win it outright. So they're out here to so they can claim that they are the Marywood's best by winning it outright. And out on the mound for the Edgar Wildcats is Leighton Schuett, as first pitch comes in for Ball one. And he's facing the top of the order in Peyton Weinfurter. And Peyton with an infield hit back in the first inning and scored. Left-hand hitting. And Peyton on the season having also a great season for them as he leads Auburndale in hitting with a 500 average with an on-base percentage of .639 and a slugging percentage of .568, an OPS of 1.208. That is just phenomenal. And Peyton has worked the count now to 2-2 here in the top of the third inning. The wind is picking up a little bit. And a line shot into the power alley. Could be in for extra bases as Peyton rounds the bag, heads to second. And he will be held up as the relay throw is knocked down by Affelbeck. And Peyton Weinfurter with a double. And that's the second time now that the leadoff man gets on base for the Eagles, bringing up Josh Lundgren. Josh grounded out to the first base. Actually had a sacrifice, so he's actually 0 for 4, or excuse me, 0 for 0 in this contest. Shewitt. And Josh fouls it off way back. That should be rolling down the road somewhere. I remember seeing him in Marshfield when they hit the road and all of a sudden going down Oak Street, and all of a sudden next thing you know, it hits the storm sewer and that ball's gone for good. And another sacrifice and throw over to first for out number one as Josh now has 2 sacrifices and Peyton advances to third. So with one down and bringing up the shortstop, Blake Rabb, as Blake got on with a error by Jace Affelbeck. Very rare error by Jace. And pop-up and out to second as Lucas Stenke calls for it for out number 2 as Peyton does not advance from third. So 2 down here in the top of the third inning. And bringing up the cleanup hitter, Nathan Richardson, the pitcher, has had a single and scored back in the first inning. And Peterson Kramer Funeral Home is committed to provide personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. That's Peterson Kramer Funeral Home in Wausau. In fact, they've got other locations across central Wisconsin here also, so very good funeral home. They're there to help you in need. And the pitch down low by Shewitt. J&D Tube Benders was founded in 1968 and has stayed in the Felch family ever since as a locally owned manufacturer specializing in tube bending, welding, and cutting. Find and join the J&D Tube Bending team in Schofield Industrial Park or at jdtubebending.com. And thank you, young man. As my papers are flying around here, and a call, strikeout, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your cleanup and restoration needs. Surf Pro, like it never happened. And a strikeout as Richardson goes down. And that is the second strikeout by Shewitt as Auburndale comes up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 6 and the Auburndale Eagles 2. From Edgar, you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
And we're back here at Edgar, and, it's hard to believe that just around the corner here, it's tournament time. As the girls' seedings will be coming out this coming weekend, and also part of next week, the seedings will be coming out. So it's hard to believe that it's tournament time, and I don't know where the spring has gone. So it's been kind of wet, it's been cold, and, we've had to cancel a few ball games, but right now it's a nice day, and it's supposed to be cool again next week. So we'll have to, instead of bringing the shorts out again, we'll have to bring out the long pants in order to stay warm. So first pitch comes into Sawyer Weiland, who singled back in the first, and that's a ball one. Next pitch by Richardson, and a high fastball, swing and a miss for strike one. We are in the bottom of the third inning of this contest from Edgar High School. And one that bounces off the plate, and it's fair ball. And one down in the dirt, and they're saying he's off the bag. So it's got to go down as an error. It'd be a throwing error on the catcher as the throw was off. As the base umpire says, he did not have his foot on the bag. So on with an error is Sawyer Weiland here in the bottom of the third inning. So Edgar with the leadoff batter on, and a courtesy runner coming in now. And that will be, we'll catch a number here, number 11. That would be Alex Schneider, a courtesy runner. A pinch runner, that would be. Because a courtesy runner can only be for the pitcher or the catcher. So this is a pinch runner into the game as Alex Schneider will be penciled into the lineup. And a ground ball. Fair ball down to third base line. Schneider rounding second, going to third. And going into second with a double is Fletcher Weiland, as that ball just died in the grass out there. And runners now at second and third for Edgar. It just seems that the grass is just a little bit taller. They must have put a little more fertilizer on in some spots there, because it gets to the outfield and it just dies. In fact, that's about the second or third one. Second for sure. And first pitch, and a wild pitch, but nobody advances. As the Edgar Wildcats, we're supposed to play Shawamigan today in a non-conference game, but with this being a conference game, they moved Auburndale and Edgar. Edgar will be in action on Monday when they travel to Mosinee, and they're going to play at Athletic Park in Wausau. Beautiful complex up there. I've been up there once this year, and all turf field inside and out. And the Northwoods League has gone to women's fast pitch also in the Northwoods League, and so they made this all turf, and really nice facility up there. They renovated pretty much all of Athletic Park. They've got stadium seats in there now, and just a wonderful ballpark. And then they get Spencer on May 22nd on Thursday, and then Tuesday the 27th they travel to number 1 ranked Stevens Point Pacelli. So Wayne Sankey having his team ranked number 1, and actually the girls' team with Ann Molsky of the Pacelli Cardinals, her ball club softball team is ranked number 1 in the state also. So great baseball and softball program there at Pacelli. Richardson with the delivery and a base hit to left field and could bring in 2. And rounding third and heading home and the relay. And he's out at the plate as Weiland tried to score and is thrown out 7-5-2 for out number 1. But they will get a run. And Maurer will get credited with an RBI and advances a second on the throw. So 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning as the Wildcats are now up 7-2. And I thought I would never say this, but actually the way Edgar's hitting this ball, this could be a 10-run inning if it holds up defensive-wise. And with Edgar's hitting, they're capable to actually 10-run the Eagles here. And the first pitch by Richardson is a call strike to Will Hackle, who struck out back in the second inning. Next pitch up high for ball 1. 1-1 count. Richardson with delivers and fouled off. Hackle now makes the count 1-2. Both Edgar and Marathon have been playing outstanding ball for the last 2 weeks or so. And fouling off is Hackle as that heads back out onto the road in the parking lot. And Richardson from the stretch. And a called strike 3 as Will Hackle goes down as Richardson picks up his third strikeout, and that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. And bringing up Lucas Stanke. Lucas grounded out to the second baseman to start the Edgar first inning and had a double and scored back in the second. And a fly ball down the left field line and out of play. I'm sitting here stumbling around and looking for Stratford's schedule, and I just can't find it. Where Stratford will be, or not Stratford, but Auburndale, where they will be to finish out the season. And I just can't seem to find it. But I know I found Edgar's, so during the commercial time, we'll have to look for it. And next pitch comes in, a call strike right on the outside corner. A little delayed call there by our home plate umpire, but and makes the count now 1-2 to Lucas Stanke. Richardson with delivery, down low. And the count now 2-2 with a runner at second for the Edgar Wildcats, threatening here again in the third inning. They have scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Very explosive offense of the Edgar Wildcats, as they have 9 hits here, and it's only the third inning. And the pitch, and a line shot out the left. It'll score another run, gets by the left fielder all the way to the wall. As Steinke rounds first and goes into second, as I would not call that, the guy in the scorebook calling it a double. I am calling it a single and an error on the left fielder, as that definitely was a could, feel that play. It was a one-hopper and just kind of took a strange hop on him. But another run scores for the Edgar Wildcats. And Coach Jay Anderson comes back out now to talk to his pitcher, Nathan Richardson. And that is the third hit in this inning, so 10 hits by the Edgar Wildcats. And just dominating him. It's almost like batting practice off of Richardson here. Pain is your body's check engine light signaling something isn't right. Come to Innovative Health in Weston for the best in chiropractic care to keep your body running the way it's meant to work. Feel better, live better, Innovative Health in Weston. And they're all bunched together in there, Weston, Schofield, and that's big metropolis there, You don't know if you're in one town to the next around that area anyway, so. And first pitch comes in, it's a ball. Richardson looking back at the runner at second. High for ball 2. TRW Auto Body in Mosney offers top quality collision repair, full body repair along with 24-hour towing and courtesy loaner vehicles and a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosney, your friendly fender bender mender. And the count now 3-0. Richardson has walked 2 batters in this ball game. That was back in the first inning. And a call strike at the knees. Two errors in this inning so far for Auburndale. They've had 3 on the game. And inside for ball 4. As that is the third walk given up by Richardson. And now runners at first and second with 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning, bringing up Dakota Ellenbecker, the center fielder. And Ellenbecker walked and scored in the first, singled and scored in the second, and now has runners at first and second. It's funny watching these people walk through here. They don't want to be on camera. And the pitch comes up, and it's a ball. And the pitch down low and gets away, and runners advancing to second and third on a we're going to call it a pass ball as it popped away from the glove. No, I'm fine. I can't believe Rachel didn't want to be on camera, Richardson upstairs with the pitch for a ball. Runners at second and third here in the bottom of the third inning. And Edgar has put 2 on the board here in the third and lead now 8-2. A win by Edgar makes them sole champion in the Marewood. A loss possibly could have a 4-way tie for first. But Auburndale would have to make a big comeback here as they are down 8-2 here in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch. And a fly ball over in foul territory and fair ball. And 1 run scores. Schuett brings in 2 runs. So 2 more runs, and it is now 10-2. Seriously, I would have never thought this would happen. And another trip by Coach Anderson. And Schuett goes 2 for 2 in this contest. In fact, I don't know who I would pick as a player of the game in this contest. If I had to pick right now out of the Edgar bunch, it would be hard to pick. Mauer's got 3 RBIs. He's got 3 RBIs. He is up next here, but you've got 2 hits by Stanky. You got a hit and scored twice by Affelbeck. They've scored. Schuett has 2 hits. He's 2 for 2 and scored a run. Gavin Mauer is 2 for 2, and so it would be really hard. But actually, if you look at it, Schuett has actually settled down after that first inning. He's pitched outstanding ball in the 2 innings after he gave up those 2 runs in the first inning. And now pitching for Auburndale is, let's see if I can find my sheet here. Number 7 for Auburndale is Aiden Rabb. And Aiden on the season this is his 5th appearance. He's got an 0-1 record. He's pitched 9 innings, gave up 12 hits, 7 runs, 2 earned. He's got an ERA of 1.56, walked 4, struck out 10, and he's thrown a total of 152 pitches this year. So very good ERA for Aiden Rabb, and this is his 5th appearance. And so he comes in for Richardson, who has really gotten shelled today. We have 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Edgar has put up 4 runs here in the 3rd. They put up 3 in the 1st, 3 in the 2nd, and 4 in the 3rd. With 1, 2, 3, they have 4 hits. Also 2 walks in here. So Richardson with 4 walks on the day and 3 strikeouts. And Edgar has just been pounding Auburndale pitching as they have 10 hits in the game. First pitch comes down low to Gavin Mauer, who is 2 for 2 on the day, scored a run, and has 3 RBIs. He knocked in the first 2 runs for Edgar in this contest back in the 1st inning on a 2-run double in the left center field power alley. And works count now to 2-0. And everybody keeps ducking underneath my camera. And Rabb and a call strike, a high strike call to Gavin Mauer. And works the count now to 2-1. And fouls it off. It's actually turned out to a nice evening here in Edgar, as we had a little rain on the way over from Marshfield, and both Trevor and I had a little rain, so a little rain here to kind of settle the dust, and everybody heads back as the ball pops away from catcher Brennan Welch. Welch, not usually the usual catcher. He started this contest. Usually you would see Aiden Rabb, who's on the mound right now. Aiden started out in left field. Aiden from the stretch looks at the runner at second, and a ground ball to the first baseman, Molson, and hustles over to get the 3rd out as the Edgar Wildcats send 9 batters to the plate here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They score 4 runs on 4 hits, and Auburndale committed 2 errors and left 2 runners on. And so after 3 complete innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 10 and the Auburndale Eagles 2. And you're watching Marewood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
And we're back here at Edgar as I call this young lady the boss. Jason's only the second one in command, but the boss is here today. And it's always a pleasure to see Rachel also. So the Edgar Wildcats leading here 10-2 in the top of the 4th inning, as Auburndale has a lot to do in order to get back into this contest. It's still kind of early. You got the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. You got 4 at bats, and you figure if Edgar can put 3 or 4 runs on the board, they can do it. Both of these clubs, very, very good ball clubs. And a fly ball out to center field, coming in and taking 2 more steps back is the center fielder, Dakota Ellenbecker, for out number 1, as Aiden Rabb was at the plate. Now pitching. And Aiden had a single back in the 1st inning. Bringing up now the first baseman, Sawyer Molson. As the wind catches my stuff here a little bit. You get a breeze coming through here once in a while. There we go. And actually, Shewitt has pitched very well since that 1st inning. He's only given up 1 hit. That was a double to Peyton. And a ground ball to short over there at Apfelbeck. And Jace, plenty of time, makes that throw over to Fletcher Weiland for out number 2. And bringing up Truxton Becker, the right fielder, grounded out to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning. And in the top of the 6th inning, Auburndale is leading Edgar 7-2. And in fact, if Edgar, I think if Auburndale wins that, Auburndale and Assumption could possibly tie for the conference championship. I saw Assumption last week against Stratford, a very, very good ball club. In fact, I'll tell you, that was what I've seen a lot of softball games, and a strikeout by Shewitt, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout, as Shewitt gets his 3rd of the ball game. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your damaged property and fixing it up in it's Serve Pro like it never happened. He'll make it look really good for you. So after 3.5 innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 10 and the Auburndale Eagles 2. And you're watching Marewood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
After a couple years of this, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That's where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Got a passion for helping people? Maybe you like cars. Are you into science? Are you good with computers? No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options. Stop getting by and level up today.
And we're back here at Edgar, and leading off for the Edgar Wildcats is, I'm just wondering if Schneider stayed in the ball game, or if this is Sawyer Weiland who came back into the ball game. Got to get my glasses out here. Maybe I can. Yep, number 7, Schneider. Yes, Schneider is back stayed in the ball game. So he is batting, and he was playing third. And the count now is 1-1 to Alex Schneider. He pinch ran for Sawyer Weiland and came in, and he actually scored that first run back in the third inning. As Aiden Rabb on the mound for Auburndale. And call strike. And we've got a 3-2 count. And fouling it off. Back into the backstop is Schneider. As the Edgar Wildcats, very surprising 10-2 lead over Auburndale here in the top of the fourth inning, or bottom of the fourth inning already. And foul out of play. And a lady who's sitting over by the dugout with a camera, she had no idea where the ball was, and it came down and missed her by maybe 1.5 feet. When it hit the ground, the look on her face was just amazing. It's like Chicken Little and the sky is falling, folks. And a swing and a miss as Aiden Rabb gets his first strikeout of the ballgame. And one down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Bringing up Fletcher Weiland. Fletcher with a double back in the third, struck out in the first, and was thrown out at home plate on a nice play by actually Aiden Rabb, hitting the cutoff man, and the relay from Josh Lundgren for the out at home plate. And the first pitch is a strike. And down in the dirt and a swing and a miss by Fletcher Weiland, as he was totally confused on that one. He thought that was going to stay right there, and she just broke down with that off-speed pitch from Rabb. And a ground ball. And a diving Blake Rabb, and could not get it. And a base hit by Fletcher Weiland, as he picks up his second hit of the ballgame. That is now 12 hits by the Wildcats today, as they've got their hitting shoes on today. At first base is Fletcher Weiland. Now is Brock Maurer. Brock reached on an error by Josh Lundgren at third back in the second inning and had a base hit and scored back in the third inning. And from the stretch. And a call strike right on the outside corner at the knees. Both teams with only about 3 games left on their schedule. And in about another, I think the girls' seedings comes out this weekend. And a shot out to right field. And going into second is Weiland as Brock Maurer picks up his second hit of the ball game. As the bottom of the order, if you look at the 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters, you have Sawyer Weiland going 1 for 2, Fletcher Weiland 2 for 3, and Maurer 2 for 3. Very productive in the bottom of the order. And then if you look at the top of the order, as Lucas Stanke is 2 for 3, Jace Affelbeck is 1 for 2. Ellen Becker's been on base 3 times. Schuett has been on base 3 times. So, I mean, and they've put it together today. As you go back to the first and the second inning, those 6 runs were scored after 2 were out. So very productive outing by the Edgar Wildcats today. Aiden Rabb with next pitch up high. And the count now 3-0. And 10-2 here in the bottom of the inning. And ball 4 as Will Hackle walks on 4 pitches. Very tough day for the pitching staff of the Auburndale Eagles. And back to the top of the batting order is Lucas Stanke, as Lucas is 2 for 3 on the day. Scored twice. Left-handed hitter. And the umpire kind of put that right arm up. I think it was pretty close. He wanted to call a strike, but thought, man, maybe it's a little too outside. Rabb gets the sign from Welch. Bases loaded here in the 4th inning. And a pop-up down the third base side. And on top of the batting cage net. And that was heading right for my car there. I could always tell my wife that it was a big hailstone or something that hit it. But I don't think she'd believe it. And the pitch. And a pop-up down the third base line again. And almost making that catch was Josh Lundgren. So the count now 0-2 to the leadoff hitter, second baseman, Lucas Stanke, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bases loaded for the Edgar Wildcats. And the pitch. Just missing. And 1-2 count. The Edgar Wildcats in that area of a possible 10-run and a swing and a miss. And actually fouled it off. There's really no call by the umpire on that, but Lucas is still standing in the batter's box, so he must have gotten a piece of it. We're quite a ways back here, so we just you almost got to go by the player's reaction here. And a ground ball, and nobody covering second, so the other option was Cherney wanted to turn 2, but Rabb never moved. He was too far away to get to the bag. But Stanke being thrown out at first for out number 2, but Scoring on the play is Fletcher Weiland, and Weiland makes it now 11-2 as Maurer advances to third, and Hackle goes to second with 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. And the first pitch comes in for a ball to Jace Affelbeck, all-conference ball player for Edgar last year. And down low, as Jace pitched an outstanding ball game on Tuesday, threw a 2-hitter to put Edgar into that first place spot as they pretty much shut down the Auburndale Eagles on Tuesday. And next pitch down low. First base is open. But following him would be Dakota Ellenbecker, and Dakota has had a pretty good day also as he scored twice and he's 1 for 1. As Aiden Rapp gets a sign from Welch. And a call strike right at the knees on the outside corner. Rabb from the stretch. Looks at second. And fouls it off. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And with an office right here in Wausau, Shear Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Shear Construction. Check out their beautiful work at shearconstruction.com. As Jace stays alive, and the count now 3-2. Runners will not be taking off as first base is not occupied. We have runners at second and third with 2 down. But a base hit will score 2. Aiden with pitch and ground ball to third. Throws over and not in time as Jace Affelbeck with great speed coming down that line and gets a base hit and an RBI as Josh just took a little bit too much time to get that ball out of his glove to throw over to first base. And an RBI single gives the Edgar Wildcats now a 12-2 lead. And bringing up Dakota Ellenbecker, who's 1 for 1 on the day and scored twice. And we have runners at first and second as Hackle stayed as the ground ball was hit to Lundgren at third. And Hackle stayed at second on the play. And pitch down in the dirt and a wild pitch as Hackle goes into third and Affelbeck heads over to second on that wild pitch. So now 2 more runners in scoring position for the Edgar Wildcats. Rabb looks in and delivers. And a swing and a miss. Mammoth Mortgage is your opportunity for low rates, hassle-free mortgages for buying or refinancing a home throughout Wisconsin. For all your mortgage needs, look for Mammoth Mortgage. And Rabb with the pitch. And a fly ball out to center field. And camping under it is Peyton Weinfertner for out number 3. But the Edgar Wildcats come up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. And so after 4 complete innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 12 and the Auburndale Eagles 2. And you're watching Marywood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale. We have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
And we're back here at Edgar, and Edgar with a 10-run lead here in the, actually it's the top of the 5th inning now. And just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has a winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. And for all your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. And Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. And we are here in the top of the 5th inning. And it's a 1-1 count to Brennan Welch. As Brennan grounded out to the shortstop. The way this game started, Auburndale scored 2 runs in the 1st inning. And I thought, well, Auburndale's just trucking along here, and looks like Brennan was hit with a pitch as he heads down to first. So they've got a runner here. A run by the Eagles will keep this game going. As Schuett, and a jam shot, and Schuett jumps on it and throws over to Fletcher Weiland for out number 1, and Welch advances to second. And back to the top of the batting order is Peyton Weinfurter. And Peyton is 2 for 2 on the day, an infield single and a double. And the first pitch, ball 1. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day 1. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors in today's ball game. And without you guys, Trav and I wouldn't have this little time together here for a couple hours and chit-chat. But, again, we thank you for supporting athletics here in central Wisconsin. And we couldn't do it without you. Thank you. As we have a little conference out on the mound there. From residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture, Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call or find them online at newtonelect.com. And runner at second for, that is Brennan Welch. And first pitch, well, we got a 3-0 count now on Peyton. Left-handed hitter. And a call strike right at the letters. For all your auto repair needs, Mosney and Rothschild turns to John's Auto Repair just off of Business 51 north of Mosney. Auto repair you can trust to have it done right and get you on your way. That's John's Auto Repair. And Peyton works a walk as he is 2 for 2 on the day. On base all 3 times. Bringing up Josh Lundgren, who's got 2 sacrifice bunts. And coach coming out for a little talk here. As Jay Anderson, I want to mention, Jay is in his 5th season coming into this contest with a 62-41 career record at Auburndale. And Connor Hendrick, who's in his 5th season here at Edgar with an outstanding 70-31 record in the 5 years here at Edgar. So just around the corner will be the playoffs, as the seating will be a week from this Sunday. And a fake throw. Catcher had me faked out on that one. As Gavin Maurer with a little trickery down there. Schuett gets the sign from Maurer. And the pitch. And fouling it off is Josh Lundgren. Well, I'm starting to get a sore throat here. I've been talking all day. I was at a track meet doing 6th grade track meet today. I'm doing the PA for the Marshfield 6th grade track meet, so had a good time over there. And next pitch, down low. And the count now 1-2 to Josh Lundgren, third baseman for the Eagles. As we will be talking. And a ground ball to third. And a bad hop. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to score a run. As the Eagles keeps this alive as Josh Lundgren with a bad hop single to left field. As that took a dirty hop. As Peyton goes into second on the play. With 1 down, and coming in to score is Brennan Welch to make it now 12-3. As Josh Lundgren with an RBI. And a call strike. And let's see, that would be that will be Josh's 12th RBI on the season. Next pitch, down low. Got a 1-1 count. Schuett from the stretch. And the pitch. And a ground ball. 1-2. And ball gets by. And run's going to score. And we'll have a force out at second. That'll be 4-6. Fielder's choice for Blake Rabb. And scoring on the air is Peyton. And that will be on a throwing error by the shortstop, Blake Rabb. And so, or excuse me, by Jace Affelbeck, I'm sorry. But it is now 12-4 with Auburndale scoring 2 runs here in the 5th inning. And a throw over to first and back in plenty of time. And we have 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. As we will go to the bottom of the 5th. And fouling it out of play is the cleanup hitter, Nathan Richardson, who started on the mound and did not have a very good day as he pitched 2 2/3 innings and gave up 10 runs in that 2 2/3 innings. Leighton Schuett on the mound from the stretch. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is Strike 2, 1-2 count. And a fly ball, and that's up on the roof of the school, folks. In fact, the coach said to me, he says, well, if you want to broadcast from up on the roof, we could put you up there if you want to. You got, in fact, they said it's the best seat in the house. I says, yeah, with my luck, I'd fall off the dang roof. And a swing and a miss, and that is a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number one choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. But the Auburndale Eagles come up with 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left. And after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 12 and the Auburndale Eagles 4. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meda Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at medacustom.com.
And we're back here at Edgar as we will be going to the bottom of the 5th inning. And leading off will be the pitcher, Leighton Schuett, for the Edgar Wildcats. Leighton have an outstanding ball game. He's 2 for 2 and walked back in the first inning and scored. And has actually pitched a very good ball game. He's had 2 bad innings, but the 3 innings in between, while Edgar was scoring all those runs, he did his job out on the mound. He gave 2 runs in the first inning and 2 in the 5th here, but in between that, Edgar put up 12 runs in between that. So the first pitch, Rab, and down low to the leadoff hitter, Leighton Schuett. As the clouds are rolling in a little bit here, breeze is picking up. And it's supposed to cool down starting this weekend. They're only talking highs in the 50s and 60s. It's going to be a little bit different than in the 70s and near 80 that we've had. But, the old saying in Wisconsin, stick around for about a day, the weather will change. Sometimes it's usually 10 or 15 minutes, But I wouldn't want it any other way. Great place to live, state of Wisconsin. And fouling it off is Schuett. Works the count now to 3-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Aiden Rabb working now he's worked an inning and a third so far as Leighton fouls that off to stay alive. Count remains at 3-2. And a call, strike 3, and Leighton thought it was he was on his way. He was already like 3 or 4 steps out of the box, and it was a big-time delay call as Leighton thought he had ball 4, and the umpire rings it up for a strikeout as Leighton now goes 2 for 3 in this contest. And out number 1 for the Edgar Wildcats. Bringing up Gavin Maurer, who got things going back in the first inning with a 2-run double in the first and an RBI single in the second. So he's 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. And a fly ball out to left field, center field. I kind of lost that. And flies out to Peyton out in center field. As I was watching the left fielder, and all of a sudden it was like, I don't know why the left fielder would be moving that quick if it was hit the center field, but he had me faked out a little bit. But sometimes it doesn't take much. And Rab, down in the dirt, ball 1. Edgar has been very successful today with 2 outs. They had 2 outs in the first inning, and they landed up scoring 3 runs in the first. They had the first 2 batters also made out in the second inning, and they scored 3 more runs after 2 were out. So very effective with 2 outs. And then actually in the third inning, they had 2 outs through the first 4 batters and proceeded to give up 2 hits and 2 walks and scored 4 runs in that third inning. So very effective with 2 outs. They have big rallies. And ball 4, and walks Alex Schneider on 4 pitches. As pretty much how these other innings has started back in that first. You got the first 2 outs, and it started with a walk. And now Schneider gets on here in the 5th inning with a walk. And the first pitch comes in for a call, strike 1. To first baseman Fletcher Weiland. Next pitch, a call, strike. Right on the outside corner. Rab looks over at first. Short lead. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, as that is the first time the Edgar Wildcats have not scored in this contest, as they go with no runs on, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 5 complete innings of play from Edgar, it's the Edgar Wildcats 12 and the Auburndale Eagles 4, and you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
And we're back here at Edgar, and the first pitch comes in for a call, strike to the leadoff hitter here, Aiden Rab, who is now pitching for Auburndale. Next pitch gets away from the catcher for ball 1. 1-1 count here in the top of the 6th inning. Auburndale coming into this game 6-3 in conference, 9-5 overall, while the Edgar Wildcats are 7-2 and 12-4, and they did receive votes in this latest poll in Division 4 as very, very tough conference here in the Merriwood Conference. As you know, actually 4 very balanced teams in this conference. Next pitch comes in down low by Schuett. I mean, when you can have your 4th place team Well, they'll actually be tied for third. But a game out of first place, I mean, it's very, very balanced. I mean, when you can go into the last game and the possibility of all four teams winning the conference championship, that's a very, very tough conference. As Aiden Rabb goes down swinging for a strikeout, and that is now the fifth strikeout by, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your restoration needs at Serve Pro, like it never happened. And the first pitch to Sawyer Molson is a strike. Next pitch, just missing for ball one. Sawyer has struck out back in the first and grounded out to short in the fourth. Pitch and a swing and a miss for strike two. 1-2 count here in the top of the sixth inning. Wind up and the pitch upstairs, ball two. Layton with the delivery. And a swing and a miss. And that's a Jamie Wenzel. Serve Pro. Strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for all your restoration needs. Serve Pro like it never happened. So strikeout number 6 for Layton Schuett. Bringing up Truxton Becker. It's grounded out to short and struck out in the fourth. And a call strike. Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. My son's worked there for almost 25 years at Merrill Steel. And the Auburndale final, 9-2 over Edgar today. So Auburndale will land up tying possibly the Assumption Royals for the conference championship. For sure, they either win it outright or they will have tied with Assumption. Assumption, a very good ball club. I got to see Assumption play last week. Trevor and I did, and I'll tell you, it was one of the quickest games we've had this year. And striking out the side for the 7th strikeout, a Jamie Wenzel strikeout, Serve Pro like it never happened, is Becker. And Auburndale goes down 1-2-3. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're gonna get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
And we're back here at Edgar. And let's see, we're going to talk about Bacchus. Bacchus Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personalized chiropractic care no matter what issue your body is battling, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues. Let Bacchus Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. And leading off for Edgar here in the bottom of the 6th, having an outstanding ball game, Brock Meyer, the left fielder, as he's 2 for 3 on the day. He's actually reached base 3 times. He got on with an error back in the 2nd, and a base hit and scored in the 3rd, and a base hit and scored in the 4th. So the bottom of the order doing real well, and a line shot right to Truxton Becker here in right field, but Brock gave it a ride, a line shot for out number 1. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Or learn more at nicolaybank.com. And trying to bunt for a base hit. Bunts to Rab. And just a bang-banger at first as Will Hackle tried to bunt for a base hit there. And it was very close. And 1-3 on the play. Back to the top of the batting order to Lucas Stanke, the second baseman. Lucas, 2 for 4 on the day and scored twice. And we are going to finish with, and fouling out of play is Lucas Stanke. And we're going to finish with my last ad for the night. The Lead Car Toyota of Wausau. Discover unbeatable deals and award-winning service at Lead Car Toyota in Wausau. And a fly ball out to center field and off the wall and bounces over. Ground rule double for Lucas Stanke as Stanke gets his second double of the day. As he's 3 for 5 on the day. And bringing up now Jace Affelbeck, the shortstop, as Jace grounded in the short in the first, doubled in the second and scored, walked in the third and scored, singled in the fourth. So 2 for 3 on the day. And the pitch by Rab down in the dirt, blocked nicely by Welch. Getting back to Lead Car Toyota of Wausau. Service at Lead Car Toyota Wausau, your full-service destination for everything Toyota, including our state-of-the-art collision center. Find us on North 20th Avenue in Wausau. And a little floater to the shortstop, Blake Rab, and for out number 3. So the double goes to waste by Lucas Stanke. So the Edgar Wildcats come up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And after 6 complete innings of play, it's the Edgar Wildcats 12 and the Auburndale Eagles 4. And you're watching Merriwood Conference Baseball on Zaleski Sports.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Ski's Meat Market is your locally owned premier meat market filled with so many delicious favorites featuring hundreds of varieties of bratwurst, chicken, pork, steak, and so much more. No matter what you're looking for, everything you'll find at Ski's Meat Market is always fresh with so many local gems including pizzas, salsas, deli meats, and a variety of homemade dips, pasta salads, veggies, loaded baked potatoes, and drinks. Ski's is a one-stop shop for all your culinary needs. They're always adding new flavors and specialty products. Ski's Meat Market on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Their quality is worth the stop.
Oh, birds are coming. And we're back here. I'm hearing a strange bird, but I can't see it. Oh, well. So, for Auburndale, here in the top of the 7th, we will start with catcher Brennan Welch. Brennan grounded out to short in the second, got hit by a pitch, and scored to keep this game going. Otherwise, it would have been a 12-run or a 10-run lead for Edgar, but he ended up scoring to extend this ball game. So he's 0 for 1 officially. And pitch just misses outside. And a shot out to left and right to the left fielder, Brock Maurer. So one down here in the top of the 7th inning as Brennan Welch gave it a ride. But Maurer didn't have to move too much, maybe 1 or 2 steps, that was it. But played him perfectly. Pitch comes in down in the dirt to Julian Anderson, the DH. Anderson 0 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss as the dark clouds start rolling in here again. And it looks like the wind has changed a little bit. Before it was coming out of the south, looks like it's coming more out of the northwest here now. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is strikeout number 8 for Leighton Schuett. As Leighton with 8 strikeouts and only 1 walk and hit a batter. But an outstanding performance by Leighton Schuett to possibly win the conference championship as the coach comes out and as I'm not sure if he's at his pitch total or they're, and by the looks of it, he might have been at his pitch total, so he will not get the complete game. He's at it, must be at his 100 pitch total. And coming into pitch for Edgar is number 44, Lucas Stanke, coming in from left field. So Stanke will have to come in and get the final out here. But a great outing by Leighton Schuett. As he goes 6 2/3 and gives up 5 hits. 3 of those hits was in the first inning. And gives up 4 runs, but only 2 earned. And strikes out 8 and walks 1. And a ground ball to second. And Edgar is going to win the Marewood Conference Championship for the 3rd time in Marewood Conference history since 1960. So the PA guy just said it was the North Division. Actually, this is a Southern Division. The Northern Division is up there with Phillips and all that, but congratulations to Coach Hendrick and winning the Marewood Conference. And we will be talking to Connor Hendrick as Edgar picks up their 3rd championship in the Marewood Conference since 1960. They won it back in 1997 and won it in 2021. And a great job by the Edgar Wildcats. And the final score here from Edgar is the Edgar Wildcats 12 and the Auburndale Eagles 4. And we will be back with the interview with Coach Hendrick, and we'll bring in Leighton Schuett, our player of the game. And so we'll be right back with our post-game show brought to you by Merrill Steel. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-hull Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Don't still.
And we're back here at Edgar, and very, very happy Edgar Ball Club here, and Coach Connor Hendrick. Connor, great ball game today. A loss would have possibly put it as a 4-way tie in the Merriwood Conference, and I'll tell you, this is a tough division. This is a very, very tough conference. I think one of the toughest conferences in the state of Wisconsin. When you can have 4 teams going down to the last game of the season where they could all land up being conference champions, that's just phenomenal.
It is, and we stress upon that all year, and we know it all year that this is one of the best conferences in the state, and it's the hardest to win. A lot of games are close. You got to be able to finish close games. We haven't done that in the past, but this year was our goal, and we put an emphasis on it, and our guys came to play when it mattered the most. So super proud of these guys.
You know, the way you guys executed today, it was totally amazing, because if you go back to the first inning, all of a sudden, boom, your first two guys come up, and on 2 pitches, you have 2 outs. I mean, and all of a sudden you turn around and you put 3 on the board, you know, and you didn't do that just once. You didn't do it not twice, but you did it 3 times where you land up having 2 outs, and it's like the bats came alive.
It's a testament to these players and their confidence at the plate. We know we have great bats 1 through 9, and we know no matter the count, no matter the outs, as long as we have an out left, we believe we can still score runs in that inning. So a testament, and hats off to these guys for doing that all night tonight.
You know, I looked at that, you know, your starting lineup up and down the order here. I mean, through the first, you guys had, what do we have here? We got 14 hits through the first 4 innings. I mean, it was just an outstanding offense tonight.
Yeah, the guys came to play when it mattered most. Senior night, it's a great way to go out for these guys. I'm super proud of them. We're going to keep this rolling into our next goal, which is to make a run in the state tournament. So,
okay. Again, you know, as I mentioned to you before, that's only the 3rd conference championship that Edgar has had since 1960. You go back to 1997, and in 2021, Edgar had conference championship. I mean, Marathon has dominated for years, but you guys come along and did a great job this year. I mean, you had your ups and downs in there. Every team's going to have that, but you guys stuck it together all season long.
Yeah, we have definitely played well when it counts. Came out a little slow in the beginning of the year, but now we're starting to finally catch our stride with our bats, our pitching, and our defense all coming together as one. And if we keep doing that, we're going to be a tough team to beat.
All right.
Excited to see what these guys can do.
All right. Connor, thank you. And again, good luck. I'm going to get you over here and celebrate with the younger kids. All right. You betcha. Wow, what a ball game, huh?
Thank you. Yeah, it's great.
Leighton, you know, you started out a little rough. Yeah. You gave up 2 runs in that first inning, but you know, you came back and you shut them down 3 straight innings there, while your offense just put it together and just dominated.
Yeah, I know that first inning we gave up 2, but I knew we were going to put up more than 2 because we have some of the best bats around. So 1 through 9, our guys can all hit, so I wasn't too worried about it. And I know that our defense as well is going to not give up many runs for the rest of the game, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Yeah, very, very dominating. You only gave up 5 hits, 3 of them in that first inning, and you gave up 4 runs, 2 were earned. You struck out 8, walked 1. Like I said, very, very dominating tonight. And you had Auburndale in those 3-4 innings swinging from the heels of, you know, off balance completely.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's easy to throw strikes when you know your defense is going to back you up. So, yeah, here and there I'll strike a guy out, but I know that if I just keep throwing strikes, they might put it in play, and my defense is going to make plays. So it's good to have a good defense behind you.
All right. Good luck in the tournaments coming up, and we're going to put you in the house, and I'll bet you've been here before, so I'm going to count you down.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
I'm Leighton Schuett, and I'm in the house!
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
You bet. Again, the big win for the Edgar Wildcats as they win the conference championship 12-4 over the Auburndale Eagles. A great pitching performance by Leighton Schuett, and also outstanding hitting by the whole Edgar Wildcat Ball Club. So we'll see you next week. For Trevor Zaleski, I'm Mike Steinwegner. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.